Be feared like the lion. Think like the fox. Rule like both. History is littered with powerful men who possessed only one nature. Kings who roared but could not deceive. Advisors who schemed but could not intimidate. They all fell because Niccolo Machiavelli understood something the rest of the world refused to accept. Power is not a single weapon. It is a duality, a dance between force and cunning, between the jaw that crushes and the mind that outwits. Act 1. The Beast Inside the Prince. Florence, 1513. A disgraced diplomat sits in exile, banned from the city he served. His name, Niccolo Machiavelli. His crime, loyalty to a fallen republic. His response, to write the most dangerous political manual in human history. In chapter 18 of The Prince, Machiavelli drops a truth bomb that would echo for 5 centuries. A prince must be a fox to recognize traps, and a lion to frighten wolves, not a fox or a lion. Both, simultaneously, because those who rely on the lion alone do not understand deception, and those who rely on the fox alone cannot defend against violence. Let's break down why this metaphor is the ultimate formula for untouchable power. The lion, the myth of pure strength. The lion represents force, raw, undeniable, visible power. It is the king who commands armies, the CEO who fires without hesitation, the ruler whose word is law backed by steel. But here's the problem Machiavelli identified. Lions are predictable. They charge head-on. They rely on intimidation. And because of this, they walk into traps. Think of every powerful figure who fell not to a stronger enemy, but to a smarter one. Julius Caesar, stabbed by senators he trusted. Countless kings poisoned at banquets. Corporate titans destroyed by insider leaks they never saw coming. The lion's weakness? It cannot detect snares. It cannot navigate politics, hidden agendas, or veiled threats. It only knows how to roar and attack. And in a world of hidden daggers, that's a death sentence. Act 2. The Fox. Intelligence as weapon. Now enter the fox. The opposite nature. Where the lion uses force, the fox uses cunning. Where the lion intimidates, the fox manipulates. Where the lion rules through fear, the fox rules through deception. The fox is the strategist who never shows his hand. The advisor who plays both sides. The leader who lets others take credit while pulling strings from the shadows. The fox's toolkit. Machiavelli's dark arts. Number 1. Misdirection. Make your enemies look where you are not. Let them celebrate false victories while you secure real ones. Think of how tech companies announce minor features to distract from major acquisitions, or how politicians create scandals to bury bigger controversies. Classic fox behavior. Number 2. Strategic patience. The lion strikes immediately. The fox waits. It studies patterns. It learns weaknesses. And when it strikes, it's already too late for the prey to respond. Number 3. Controlled perception. Appear weak when you are strong. Appear strong when you are weak. Never let anyone see your true position. Sun Tzu wrote it. Machiavelli practiced it. Every negotiation expert knows it. Information asymmetry is power. The fox's fatal flaw. But here's where pure cunning fails. The fox, for all its intelligence, lacks one critical element: enforcement power. You can outthink your enemies. You can outsmart every player in the room. But when someone simply refuses to play by the rules, when violence becomes the language, the fox has no answer. History is full of brilliant minds who played the game perfectly, until someone flipped the board. The fox recognizes the trap, but it cannot kill the wolf that set it. Act 3. The synthesis, becoming untouchable. And this is where Machiavelli's genius crystallizes. He doesn't tell you to choose. He tells you to become both. Therefore, it is necessary to be a fox to discover the snares and a lion to terrify the wolves. The duality in action. Historical examples. Lorenzo de' Medici. Publicly, a patron of the arts. A peaceful banker. A cultural icon. Privately, a ruthless political operator who crushed rivals, controlled popes, and turned Florence into his personal empire. Fox when it served him. Lion when necessary. Vladimir Putin. Master of misdirection and long-term strategy. The fox. But backed by undeniable force and willingness to use it, the lion. He doesn't just threaten, he acts. But he acts only after laying groundwork most never see. Corporate example, Steve Jobs. In negotiations, pure fox. Playing partners against each other, hiding Apple's desperation during near bankruptcy, creating reality distortion fields. In leadership, pure lion. Firing executives on the spot, making unilateral decisions, inspiring through force of personality. The modern translation, 4 rules. Rule 1, know which nature to deploy. The amateur is always the same. The master adapts. Negotiation. Fox, crisis. Lion, political maneuvering. Fox, enforcement. Lion. Rule 2, never reveal your full hand. Even when you act as the lion, let them wonder if there's more fox beneath. Even when you scheme as the fox, let them remember you can roar. Rule 3, build both capabilities simultaneously. Develop strategic thinking while building real leverage. Gain intellectual advantage while securing material power. Never let one atrophy. Rule 4, use the fox to avoid battles, the lion to win them. The best victory is the one where you never had to show force. But when battle is unavoidable, overwhelming force prevents future challenges. Act 4, the dark truth. Now let's discuss what Machiavelli actually meant by all this. Because this isn't a guide to being a good leader. This is a manual for survival in a hostile world. The uncomfortable reality. Machiavelli wasn't writing for morals. He was writing for the realistic. He looked at power as it actually operates, not as we wish it would. He watched good men fall because they played fair. He watched moral leaders overthrown by immoral ones. And he asked a simple question. Is it better to be loved than feared, or feared than loved? His answer, be both. But if you must choose, choose fear. Because fear is reliable, love is fickle. The wolves are always circling. Here's why this duality is non-negotiable. Your enemies are not bound by your ethics. Your competitors don't share your morals. The world doesn't reward fairness. It rewards results. You can be purely the fox, clever, strategic, intelligent. But when someone decides to use force, your brilliance becomes irrelevant. You can be purely the lion, strong, intimidating, commanding. But when someone outmaneuvers you, your strength means nothing. The only answer is to master both languages. Speak in cunning when the situation calls for it. Speak in strength when the moment demands it. Act thick, becoming untouchable. So what does untouchable power actually look like? It looks like the leader no one dares challenge because they cannot predict which nature they'll face. It looks like the strategist who has removed every vulnerability. It looks like someone who has made themselves simultaneously too smart to trap and too dangerous to attack. The final formula, think 10 moves ahead. That's the fox. Strike with certainty. That's the lion. Never reveal which one you're being. That's mastery. Machiavelli gave us the truth 500 years ago. The world has changed. Human nature has not. The game is still the same. Those who master both natures thrive. Those who master only one become lessons for those who come after. Be feared like the lion. Think like the fox. Rule like both. The wolves are at the gate. They always are. The question is not whether you'll face them. The question is which nature you'll use when you do, and whether your enemies will see you coming before it's already too late. Master both natures, or become prey to those who do.